The reason I'm actually up here is to comment on appointments to boards and commissions. 2 weeks ago, the Board of Trustees performed one of its most important functions, which is appointing people to the various boards and commissions. When it came time to appoint somebody to the ZBA, the Zoning Board of Appeals, you declined to appoint Jim Bellata Jr. Trustee Potok said that appointments to the ZBA are important, and I agree. Trustee Potok stated that malfeasance by the ZBA with regard to the Westchester Day School led to the village being sued and losing some $4.75 million. I also agree with Trustee Potok that the ZBA in that case acted badly. For those that don't know the history, the chain of events by the ZBA that triggered the lawsuits by the day school that cost the village millions was the ZBA's issuance of a negative declaration as to the environmental impact of the day school's expansion, and then subsequently, and without adequate cause, rescinding that declaration and issuing a positive declaration which effectively stalled or even killed the project. The federal court that ruled on the issue of the ZBA's wrongful reversal of the negative declaration also agreed with Mr. Potok, stating that the ZBA reversed itself, quote, not because of any change in the project or any new evidence, but in response to belated public outcry. Such rescission did not satisfy the requirements of the applicable statute, unquote. Less than 20 minutes after using the specter of future lawsuits to justify not appointing Mr. Bellata, Trustee Potok voted in favor of appointing Clark Neuringer to the HCZM. For those who don't have the time or inclination to look up old ZBA minutes from more than a decade ago, Mr. Neuringer was one of the 3 votes on the ZBA to rescind the negative declaration. Mr. Neuringer was one of the votes that led directly to the taxpayers of this village paying out millions. So why was Mr. Neuringer, with his history of confirmed ethical violations and triggering lawsuits, appointed but not Mr. Bellata? Could it be that Mr. Neuringer is a prominent involved Democrat and Mr. Bellata isn't? Could it be that Mr. Neuringer contributed to the Democrats' re-election campaign? Or is it that Mr. Potok's financial ties to Mr. Neuringer's campaign for mayor, ties which he failed to disclose prior to his vote on appointing Mr. Neuringer? We'll probably never know, and since Mr. Neuringer's appointment is for 3 years, the village will have to live with the consequences of his appointment even after this board has finished its term in office.
Make a comment, please. The comment about Clark Neuringer's vote on the ZBA with regard to Westchester Day School. He voted to reopen the hearing. He then voted to retain the same vote on the environment. He was outvoted by a 3-2 vote. So let's get that clear. Excuse me.
Mr. Mayor, may I respond to this?
Just let him respond. We did it to everybody else.
I'll second
One last
that
comment.
motion.
I would like to retort
One last
to
comment.
Mr. Potok,
Yeah,
who calls me a liar.
Excuse me.
Ridiculous. This is
Listen, we did it with everybody else that came up afterwards. Go ahead.
Okay, this is the minutes from the August 1st, 2002 ZBA meeting, page 19. Mr. Voza moved that the negative declaration previously issued by this board be rescinded based upon 6 NYCRR Part 617.7 sub F, which is seeker, and that a positive declaration be issued. The motion was seconded by Mr. Megardichin. I apologize if I mispronounced that. Ayes, Neuringer, Megardichin, Voza. Nays, Weprin, Gaida.